Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So Prahlad Maharaj's preaching was really very wonderful. That he was able to convert the kids of the demons also into devotees. So just before preaching to the students or his classmates, Prahlad Maharaj manifested this wonderful verse from his lotus mouth, Navavidha Bhakti verse, Shravanam Kirtanam Vaishnavasmaranam. And as soon as Hiranyakashipu heard that, if you remember the setup, Prahlad Maharaj was sitting on the lap of Hiranyakashipu. And Hiranyakashipu was bathing Prahlad Maharaj with his tears. He was very happy. And as soon as this verse was spoken, Hiranyakashipu with all anger threw Prahlad Maharaj down. And then he instructed all the soldiers there, kill this person by any means. Initially, it is described soldiers hesitated a bit. He's Rajkumar. What if he becomes the next king? What will happen to them? But then, since it was an instruction from the current king, they took it very seriously and they tried the various means. 7th canto of chapter 5, shloka 43-44. Please repeat. Diggajay danda shokendra abhicharav patanai maya bhi sannirodhaischa garadanaira bhojanai. What all they tried, let's try to understand. Try to visualize. First thing, Diggajai. They got huge elephants. Before that, there's a verse before this where it is described, the soldiers got all the sharp weapons to kill Prahlad Maharaj. And they were trying to pierce all those sharp weapons on Prahlad Maharaj. It is described that the soldiers would stand in circle, having bow and arrow in the hand, and the target was only one. The small, tender, beautiful 5-year-old boy. And he was the target, and everyone would shoot arrows at him, pierce various tridents at him. But then, Prahlad Maharaj was busy chanting, absorbed. If you all remember, Prahlad Maharaj attained perfection through which anga? Smarana. He was busy doing Smaranam of the Lord, and very wonderfully, these weapons would come close to him but were not touching him. No one was understanding what is happening. But what to do, they're demons, they will not understand. They're trying various other means also. And what were they doing? The second thing, Diggajai, they got big elephants. And Prahlad would be kept down, and the elephants would be trained to do whatever the Mahavat says. And the Mahavat would say, crush this person. And the elephants would try their best to keep their huge tons of weight maybe on this 5-year-old boy who is tender like a lotus. On him, the leg is going, the foot of the elephant is going. But then it is described that the elephants would feel, as soon as the foot would go towards Prahlad, elephants would feel a huge burning sensation in their leg. As if there's fire down and they're keeping leg on the fire. Or they were feeling as if there's someone poking a trident into their foot. And they'd immediately take the foot behind and they'll start going away from them. Diggajai. Second, Danda Shokendrairi. Danda Shokendra. That is, huge snakes were got. And those snakes were sent, again those snakes were trained. And those snakes were sent to kill Prahlad Maharaj, and they would go close to Prahlad Maharaj. They're trying their best. They're trying their best, but nothing would happen. And again, those snakes would come back. And all this is watched by the soldiers by the ministers, and every time some act is done like that, the report would go to the circle leader. And Hiranyakashipu would hear, my God, what's going on? And he will instruct the ministers and the soldiers, somehow you kill him. I don't know how you do it, somehow you kill him. Next one is Abhichara. Abhichara is using mantras from the Vedic scriptures, tantric mantras, to create kritya, fiery demons. And those fiery demons will be sent. In Vishnu Puran, there is a mention that is given. Shanda and Amarka did this. They created a fiery demon. The fiery demon was sent towards Prahlad Maharaj. And what happened, we know, but they couldn't get to know. The fiery demon came back and killed Shanda and Amarka. Killed Shanda and Amarka. And is described, Prahlad Maharaj felt so bad, oh, my teachers are killed. He prayed to Narasimha Dev. He prayed to Krishna that, oh Lord, if you feel and if you're satisfied by any of my devotional service, please bring back my teachers into life. Anyway, this is called as Prahlad Maharaj Bhakti. And both of them were back. Shanda and Amarka were back. Next one. Satyagodai imprisonment. He would be put in a room, and that room would be not ordinary room with iron bars. It would be a packed, airtight room, and in that, poisonous gases will be sent. Or poisonous gases will be put. And this small boy is there inside. And when the door will be open, he's fully refreshed and he's coming out, chanting the holy names of the Lord. Garadhanai administered poison. At times, the poison would be given to Prahlad Maharaj. Drink. And you drink it. Mahaprasade Govande. Then you drink. And it described, you drink poison, thinking and meditating it to be Charanamrit of the Lord. Don't try all this at home. It will not work for us. When Hiranyakashipu heard that how Prahlad is able to escape everything, so Hiranyakashipu finally said, starve him. Don't give him any food. Don't give him any water. And no food was given to him. No water was given to him for many days together. And still this person is having the same energy, same enthusiasm and continuing his Smaranam, continuing his Kirtanam. After that, so many things are there. This is from the 2 verses. Hima, Vayu, Agni, Salila. They took Prahlad and threw him in the snow. Nothing happened to him. He was alive. They took Prahlad to that area where huge winds were blowing. Again, when they threw him, nothing happened. He was just floating very nicely there and he would come down very nicely. He would be thrown in the waters to drown him. But again, he would come back as if he had just taken bath from there. He would be thrown in fire. And he would just come back without any pinch of any part of the body getting burnt. Nothing. Just come out of it. And here it is given. Parvata akramanai. These demons would get big, big stones. They would do all manner possible. Huge stones, huge mountains, and they would try to throw it on Prahlad, and the mountain would just be flying on Prahlad. Nothing would happen to him. Next thing that is given. And so many other, and it is said that F.E.A.R and also many other things were done. Now, here is a very nice analysis that we can do. That how come Prahlad Maharaj was so fearless? Yesterday I did describe one of the 5 angas or 6 angas of Sharanagati. Can we revise 6 angas first? Anukulyasya Sankalpa, second. Pratikulyasya Varjanam, third. Rakshishyati Vishwasa, fourth. Gopatrattave Varnam Tatha, fifth. Atma Nikshepa, and sixth. Karpanya. So I said today we'll discuss Rakshishyati Vishwasa. Let's try to analyze Prahlad Maharaj's situation. Krishna wants to protect someone is there any hope for that person to be killed? No, there's no question. And if Krishna wants to kill someone, who in this world can protect that person? Therefore, it is described, Rakhe Krishna Mare Krishna Rakhe ke. So I was searching reference for this, I couldn't get it. But then a similar line is sung by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Maro bhi rakho bhi, jo ichha tuhar, nitya das tu aapade adhikar. Oh Lord, maro bhi, rakho bhi, jo ichha tuhar. Because finally your ichha is going to work. Even if I desire, I want to live, it will not work. So if you want to kill me, O Lord, you kill me. If you want to protect me, you protect me. I am your Nityadas. There's a very beautiful shloka which will help us to understand things are not in our hand. We already know, we all are realized souls here, but still, this shloka will help us. Please repeat. Balasya deha sharanam pitaro narasimha nardhasya chagadamudanvati vajjato no तप्तस्य तत्प्रतिविधे यहिनान्यशेष्ठ तावद्विभोतनुवृता त्वदुपेक्षितानाम्. When Narasimhadev appeared at that time, Prahlad Maharaj, in 9th chapter of 7th canto, is offering huge prayers, and one of them is this 19th verse of that chapter. And he is saying, Balasya neva sharanam pitaro Narasimha. O Narasimhadev, even when parents are present, don't you see kids still die? There's so many cases like that. Parents are still alive and kids are gone. Small kids, small babies, or school going kids, dead. Parents are not able to protect. If they were real protectors, why are they not able to protect? The next thing he is saying, Nardhasya chagadam udhanvati majjatono. He's saying, even in the presence of so many expert doctors, expert medics, or very highly advanced medicines, still patients die. Everyone knows that. If doctors and medicines were the actual protectors, why patients are dying? Third thing, even in the presence of the boatman, don't you see many people drown in the ocean? If the boatman and the boat was the actual protector, why people are still dying? And then he's saying, Tavat vibhotanuvrata tvadupekshitanam. Oh Lord, if you reject someone, what hope he has? No one can protect him. And it's actually a fact. If Krishna wants to protect, no one in this world can do anything to that person. And here, when Prahlad Maharaj is personally protected by the Lord, who can touch him? Who can touch him? And when it comes to Lord is doing his job. But the best part is, Prahlad Maharaj is doing his job. So our job description should be clear. Our job description as devotees is to render devotional service. And Lord will do his job and he knows his job description. We need not go and tell him, hello Lord, you have to do this. Point 1, point 2, point 3. No. Lord knows that. Therefore, this one important point that we have to understand is, let's do our respective jobs according to the job description. So overcoming fear by the acronym FEAR is what I would like to cover now to understand how to become fearless. F.E.A.R, which you all can take home from Ahobalam now, meditating on Prahlad Maharaj. F, faith. E, eagerness. A, absorption. And R is realization. Faith. See, this faith that Lord will protect me and maintain me is the wealth and the treasure of the devotee. If this faith someone has, the devotee can go on and on and on to practice devotional service. So this is called as Rakshashiti Vishwasana. One should have this Vishwas, one should have this faith that Lord will protect me. The only thing is, if we have preconception the Lord should protect me like this, It may or may not work. But Lord knows that how he has to protect his devotees. Therefore, he told Arjun, Arjun, go and tell everyone, Name Bhakta Pranashyati, my devotees will never vanquish. Now, this was a question asked. Krishna himself could have said, why is telling Arjun, go and announce it to everyone? Because Krishna is very famous as breaking his own words, violating his own laws. So Krishna said, maybe this is not proper. I should tell my devotee. And everyone knows in the entire world, entire creation, that if my devotees say something, I will never violate that particular thing. I'll try to execute that for sure. Therefore, Arjun, you go and tell everyone, Namai Bhakta Pranashati, my devotees will never be vanquished. Therefore, this point is very, very important that Lord will surely protect us. And this comes with time as we progress in devotional service. This particular fact becomes more and more clear. You look at the situation. Hiranyakashipu did tapasya for many, many celestial years. After that, he got some boons from Brahma. And we discussed that in Jwala Narasimha. And after getting this boon, he is almost immortal. And Prahlad Maharaj is just 5 years old. But when Prahlad Maharaj was not affected by any of the tricks or any of the ways which they were trying to kill him, at that time Hiranyakashipu became very fearful. It is described Hiranyakashipu's one glance was enough and all the Devi Devatas would tremble in fear. And same Hiranyakashipu looking at Prahlad was trembling in fear. And Prahlad Maharaj with same confidence, with same absorption, with same eagerness, he was rendering his devotional service. Therefore, this point is very, very important that Prahlad Maharaj, since he was dependent on the Lord's strength and not on his own strength, he was fearless. And Hiranyakashipu was depending on his own strength and he was fearful. When Narasimha Dev killed Hiranyakashipu, that scene was very ghastly. You all can read that section, 8th chapter, Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto. Very ghastly. Lord comes out of the pillar, the form itself is very ghastly. The way he killed all of them, very ghastly. And after killing Hiranyakashipu, can you imagine removing intestine, putting over the body, and the blood is there all over the face and licks the entire blood? And still his tongue like sword, or sword like tongue is out. And he's roaring and roaring and roaring. See, when we hear a lion roaring, even when we are there in safari, still there is so much of fear. You never know if some pants get wet at that time. Just imagine Narasimha Dev, the king of all the personalities, if he is roaring, what will happen? And when he was roaring, and no asana was given to him, he decided which asana he'll take. He went directly to the asana, the simhasan of Hiranyakashipu. He sat there, roaring and roaring and roaring. And all the Devi Devatas came. In all the Devi Devatas, one person was very fearful. Who was that? Brahma was very fearful. I am the culprit. Abhi kuch to hone wala hai. It's just like one of the Puranas, one devotee was quoting and he was saying that after this entire pastime was over, Lord Narasimha Dev looked at Brahma and said, Aage se dekh ke dena. All the benedictions you think and give, just don't give like that. So all the Devi Devas are offering prayers. Narasimha Dev is not getting satisfied. His eyes are still spitting fire. His tongue, which is like sword, is still out. And he's roaring and roaring and roaring. Devi Devas tried bathing Narasimha Dev with celestial Ganga, which all of you got darshan of. Which place? Bhavanashini. Bhavanashini, the water that was coming down from the mountain, which we all tried to escape, but still we had to go through that. Bhavanashini. So all that they tried, nothing worked. The situation is very ghastly. Lord is sitting very far on Singhasan. There are many dead bodies around and blood is there around. Dead bodies, some dead bodies are not having hands. Hands are here and there, legs are here and there, the head is somewhere, the torso is somewhere. This is the situation. All demigods standing very far and they're offering one by one, they're offering prayers. When nothing worked, Brahma went to Prahlad and then he told Prahlad, Prahlad, Lord has appeared for you. Only you can pacify the Lord, no one else has the power to pacify the Lord. See, that Lakshmi Devi was also asked. So when Lakshmi Devi was asked, many times speakers do say that Lakshmi Devi said, I don't know who this person is. But then I could never digest this fact that Lakshmi, because there is a description there in Bhagavatam. But it's very difficult to digest the fact how can a consort of the Lord say this? The fact is, all the Devi Devtas wanted to glorify Prahlad. So no one went ahead. Even Lakshmi Devi didn't go ahead. They said Prahlad. And look at this 5-year-old, tender, innocent boy. He started walking. The scene is very ghastly. The Lord is still roaring. Blood is everywhere. The organs of these different soldiers are lying here and there. And this person walks straight from the assembly of demigods. And he's walking and walking and walking without any fear. He goes directly where the Lord was sitting. And there he touches the feet of the Lord and pays obeisance to the Lord. And at that time, all the roaring, all the anger, everything got subsided. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Narasimha Dev, he kept his lotus-like hands, having huge nails like thunderbolt, on the head of Prahlad Maharaj. Can you imagine the situation? It means Prahlad Maharaj was not fearful of Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad Maharaj was not even fearful of the Supreme Personality of Godhead coming in this ghastly form, which other people were fearful of. Therefore, here we understand, the description says, that the cub will not be fearful of mother lioness. And this only a devotee with surrender will get the feeling that he is my father. He is my mother. Why should I fear? Why should I fear? In this way, Prahlad Maharaj's mood is very, very amazing. Where he was fearless of Hiranyakashipu, he was fearless of Narasimhadev also. See, we might pray Narasimhadev, so nice, and then you sing Narasimha Aarti. Just imagine you're standing at Jwala Narasimha and he comes out of the Murti. I think most of us will be in the valley. Yes or no? It's not easy. It's very nice to see the Lord in the deity form. If he comes out in the original form, huge form, and starts roaring, I think you'll be dead for sure. And here, Prahlad Maharaj, so famous. Another personality, one of my favorite personality from Srimad Bhagavatam is Amrish Maharaj. When Amrish Maharaj received Durvasa Muni and he hosted Durvasa Muni nicely, but what to do Ekadash next day, Dwadashi, he had to do Paran. He had to break the fast. After consulting all the Brahmanas, he took little water. Durvasa Muni at that time had gone to take bath. And he said, I will come, don't eat. And then Brahmana said, see, drinking water is eating also and not eating also. No problem, you drink. And Durvasa Muni comes there, and Durvasa Muni, by his mystic meditation, he got to know this person drank water. And pani piya tha kya? What is the problem? He just drank water. But then Durvasa Muni, he became very, very angry. And in that anger, he created fiery demon. Now we have seen fire, we have not seen demon. We don't know what does it mean by fiery demon. But the description is very, very ghastly again. Please repeat. Tammapatanti jwalate asi hastam padabhuvam vepayantim samudvikshya na chachala padandripa. Tam apatantim jwalati asi hastam is described when the fiery demon was coming. The entire earth was trembling. And when the fiery demon was coming, it was not coming folded hands towards Amrish Maharaj. The fiery demon had tried it in the hand and directed towards Amrish Maharaj to kill him. And then it is described, Vepayantim samudviksha, na chachala padandripa samudviksha. Now see, when the demon is coming, what was the situation of Amrish Maharaj? Amrish Maharaj was closing his eyes like this, bachalo mujhe bachalo. His eyes are open and he is looking at the fiery demon. He is looking at the fiery demon with full confidence. Na chachala padandripa. See, one thing is that, okay, I can keep looking at the demon and slowly and steadily, step by step, I can go back. Or I can close my eyes and stand there thinking, oh, there is no demon. But Amrish Maharaj, he was looking at the demon and na chachala padandripa. He was not even moving one step behind. This is what is the description that is given. Now look at Amrish Maharaj's faith on the Lord. Rakhe Krishna Mare Krishna Rakhe ke. My job is to do devotional service I am doing. I'll continue to do. If Krishna wants me to be saved from this fiery demon, he will do that. Fearlessly standing at that point, he is just busy doing Swaranam, busy doing Kirtanam. And you will never see any description where Amrish Maharaj is loudly shouting, Bachalo, mujhe, oh Lord, where are you? You are not seen. Look at him, the demon is coming towards me, do something. He's standing. He's just meditating on the Lord. Therefore, we see all these devotees, be it Prahlad Maharaj, be it Amrish Maharaj, ekdam carefree. No tension in life. And who is taking all the tension? Lord is taking all the tension. Isme fir bhi you cannot see the tension of the Lord. Let me tell you a pastime where you can actually see the tension of the Lord. One day before, Duryodhan went to Bhishma and he said, you are not fighting properly. This was during the Mahabharata. You are not fighting properly. You have soft corner for these Pandavas and therefore you are not giving you 100%. What sort of warrior you are? After all, Bhishma is a Kshatriya. You are outraged. He said, tomorrow I will kill all the 5 Pandavas. And he created 5 arrows with his mantras. And those 5 arrows, when it was created, you all know Duryodhan took it away, saying, I am safeguarded, etc. Now, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Anantarastha Paramanu Jayantarastam, is there everywhere. He is there in the heart of Bhishma also, Duryodhan also. So when Bhishma took this vow, Krishna became very fearful. He became tensed. And at that time, Arjun was sleeping. Middle of the night, all this happened. Arjun was sleeping. And then Krishna came running, Arjun! You can imagine Krishna's situation, he all tense. And then Arjun, he got up. Then he just got up and then pillow is there behind. I was reading this description, hearing this description. And then he just laid back on the pillow. Kya hua? What happened? You know what? What? Bhishma has created 5 arrows and he's going to kill all of you. And Arjun said, oh, you take care of all that. He went to sleep. We just went to sleep. And Lord is tensed. Can you imagine that? Lord is tensed. This is called as a carefree devotee, and that devotee is a surrendered devotee. This is called as surrender. This is called as Rakshashiti the Vishwasa. Doesn't matter. One more instance I would like to tell when Lord took tension. When Aghasur came to Vrindavan to kill Krishna, so it is described that all the Gopals were there, they dressed very nicely, they took their breakfast box, lunch box, and they had a huge plan. Today we will do breakfast Vana Bhojana. So Vana Bhojana, but Bhojan was breakfast. Along with that, lunch also after that. And all of them, when they came near Aghasur, they started telling, oh, looks like a new plaything has been created in Vrindavan. And some gopas, and everyone is walking. And the tongue of Aghasur is out, and everyone is walking on the tongue. They're looking at the tongue. Look at this, it's so wonderful. Today the earth has become red. Small kids talking to each other, you can just imagine. I saw two kids were talking, devotee kids. And it's so funny, and so much of innocence was there. So one kid was telling another kid, I don't want to go to school. Another kid is telling, you should have seen the expression. And I was looking at them and I was telling, my God, Dukkale Masha Shoto. Even small kids are pissed off. And the other kid is like, yeah, even I don't want to go. This kid is asking, what happened? Why you don't want to go? My teacher is not good. So much homework she has given. And this boy is asking the other boy, why you don't want to go? I don't have any friends in my school. And I was looking at both of them and they're so nice. Then I was thinking, just imagine when these Gopas are talking, they're all less than 5 years. When all of them are talking, because they're still herding calves, so they're less than 5 years. So when they were talking to each other, they, hey, look, red earth. And the other person, a bit intelligent Gopa, looking at Agasur, said, hey, it's actually Python. And this is the tongue of the Python. And the one who's speaking about it is still walking on the Python stuff. And the other person said, hey, Python, how it can come here? No, you see, properly you see. That is the mountain, this is the valley, there's a cave meant for us to play hide and seek. And all of them, they're having this discussion. And finally, they were convinced at one point of time, maybe this is Python. And Krishna is standing far, he's looking at all of them, he's playing his flute. And then when all of them are almost convinced that this is Python, so one Gopa he says, Arey chodo yaar. You look at that person standing there. He's Bakari, who has killed Baki, and who has killed Baka. He has killed Putana, he has killed Bakasu. He will take care. Let's go and enjoy. It's a good game. Chalo. And it is described, Shukdev Goswami is describing at that time, Krishna is so tense. Krishna wanted to tell them, don't go inside. But then what to do? They went inside. And literally there's a dialogue where they're saying, he's there going to take care. Let's go, let's play. These devotees are called as the carefree devotees. And then when carefree devotees are there, at that time, Lord takes all the tension. See, one carefree mode is when the person is mad. A person in ignorance is carefree. Chodo yaar, dekha jayega jo bhi. Second carefree personality is a pure devotee of the Lord is surrendered to Krishna. And he will also say the same thing. Lord will take care. And people who are in between, no? Little bit mad or little bit devotee. You understand what I'm talking about? They're somewhere in between. So when we say this dialogue, Lord will take care. There's duk. Maybe or may not. You never know. You never know. Because we don't have that complete faith on the Lord. At the same time, we are not in complete ignorance. Somewhere in between. Therefore, it is described that we cannot say that, okay, I'll become fully mad. So we cannot go back. But one thing that we can do is move forward towards becoming a surrendered Krishna conscious devotee. And such a devotee can become carefree. Can you imagine? When devotees are carefree, just dependent on the Lord for everything, how blissful the life will be. This is the key. You remember the first class that we have in ISKCON for many temples, there is search for happiness. And they say that the key for happiness in spirituality, that key is this. The 6 sanghas of Sharanagati, especially this one, Raksha Shititi Vishwasana. So first one, F stands for faith. So we should have faith that Lord will protect. And there's so many examples given. And what will happen finally? Masterminds will die. No, that's it. And you will die. It's okay. Masterminds what will happen? Our family members will die. Anyways, one day they're going to die. You cannot anyway save them. How much ever smart you act. But then, the death personified or the death god, or to be more specific, Yamaraja or his Dutas will come. So what is so scary about death? Right? Still scary, no? But still we should analyze. I cannot do anything. Everyone has got their own set of karma. Everyone has got their own date of death. expiry date. Everyone has their own expiry date. You firstly don't know that expiry date, and secondly, you cannot change the expiry date. Only thing that we do is usually take tension of things, but our own life and others. We have to endeavor, no doubt, but then unnecessarily taking tension is a problem, which pure devotees don't. Pure devotees don't. Therefore, this faith is very, very important that Lord will protect. And say a devotee is killed in some situation, or he dies in some situation. Krishna will take, next line he'll give somewhere. What's the problem? He'll help us to continue devotional service. What is the problem? Therefore, this point is very, very important that devotees are not fearful of anything in this world except one thing, that is, not getting closer to Krishna, not attaining Krishna prema in this life. This is what devotees are fearful of, and this is what devotees should be fearful of, and nothing else. अरे बाकी सब तो material है, ठीक है? What to do? That's okay. First is faith, have faith. But this faith comes when we have the E, that is eagerness. Eagerness for what? Eagerness for advancing in bhakti. See, one of the price that we have to pay, which Rupa Goswami says in Nectar of Devotion, is laulyam, greed or eagerness. This is the price a devotee pays to get Krishna prema. You have to purchase Krishna. How do you purchase? No, by having this greed, laulyam, eagerness. So devotees should have this eagerness for what? Eagerness to advance in Krishna consciousness. Eagerness to attain Krishna prema in this life. There's no question of taking chance. No question of taking chance. But then somehow or the other, due to the illusion of this world, illusory potence is very strong. So even devotees get bewildered. So I think nothing so surprising in that. But as sincere and serious devotees who are aspiring to advance, we should have this eagerness. When will that day come in my life also? We are hearing so much from Bhagavatam, we are hearing so much from Chaitanya Charitamrita about so many devotees attaining Krishna and serving Krishna in his eternal pastimes. So this eagerness should be there. When will that day come even in my life? Why should I be isolated? Or why I should not get this very, very nice rasa? With the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What have I done to be early? I am also part and parcel of Krishna. Obviously, I am sinful, I have anudhas, and okay, all that is there, but still, I want to get closer to Krishna. This eagerness is very, very important. And you see, Prahlad was always eager to attain the Lord, always. 4th chapter, 7th canto, towards the end, Prahlad Maharaj's description is given about his devotional service. It is described that Prahlad Maharaj sometimes he would loudly chant the holy names and dance in ecstasy. Sometimes he would loudly laugh. Because in his Smaranam, he is able to see some pastime of the Lord. And our acharyas give which pastime, that also they give. Because the acharya is able to see what he is meditating on. So acharya is described that Prahlad Maharaj is saying that Krishna is stealing butter. Krishna is stealing butter and he is telling Prahlad Maharaj, don't tell anyone. And Prahlad Maharaj is laughing, loudly laughing, looking at the situation. And then when Prahlad Maharaj is taking the darshan of the Lord, and suddenly Lord disappears from his vision, and at that time, Prahlad Maharaj starts crying loudly, rolling on the ground, where is my Krishna? Where is my Krishna? And the same eagerness we can see which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested in his pastimes, in Jagannath Puri especially. Krishna Kothai, Krishna Kothai, Krishna Kothai, running here and there. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? What's what happened in Jagannath Puri is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He started running towards Chatak Parvat or Chatak Parvat. Then Govardhan, my Govardhan, Govardhan is here, Giriraj Govardhan is here. And then when he was going there, he fainted in between. And when he fainted in between, so all the devotees they came, and the devotees knew one sutra to get back Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to consciousness. And at that time, all the devotees came together and loudly chanted, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Just taking a tangent. See, when we're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we should understand we're doing a service to the Lord. Lord is in his ecstasy, and I want to get back him to consciousness. First, second meditation that is described is Srimati Radharani. Whenever she's separated from Krishna, she's very morose. And that time all the gopis come together and they chant the holy names of the Lord. So whenever we're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, remember Srimati Radharani and Lord Sri Krishna are Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radharani and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are very, very blissful hearing the Mahamantra. So it's a service that we devotees can offer for 2 hours chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, giving them the bliss, giving them the opportunity, or giving them the happiness of hearing Krishna's holy names. So here then Prahlad Maharaj would be eager to see Krishna, to serve Krishna, to attain Krishna. So this eagerness is something which every devotee should aspire for. When will I get this eagerness? Rukmini Devi is another personality who had this eagerness. We cannot understand Rukmini Devi's situation. Someday I would like to give class on this, the love letter of Rukmini Devi. Yeah, letter must. There's no I love you anyway. Only philosophy from top to bottom. Such an amazing letter. And Rukmini Devi's eagerness is, I want to attain Krishna. She has never seen Krishna. She has only heard about Krishna. Are you able to relate what I'm saying? She has never seen Krishna. She has heard only about Krishna. Same situation as ours. Same situation as ours. But the situation becomes different as soon as we understand Rukmini's situation or Rukmini's mood. She was hearing about Krishna, and every time she would hear about Krishna, she was rising in love with Krishna. ये होता नहीं हमारे साथ. इसके अलावा बाकी सब सही है. Why? Because the element of eagerness which Rukmini had was really amazing. Whenever Narad Muni would come, Narad Muni would directly enter the personal chamber of Rukmini and he would go and speak about Krishna's pastime. पता है आज क्या हुआ? पता है कल क्या हुआ था? And Narad Muni describes all the Vrindavan pastimes, Mathura pastimes. And Rukmini Devi is hearing with eagerness. And Prabhupada writes in first canto, second chapter, shloka number 16, towards the end, that eagerness to hear about Krishna is the first qualification to enter Goloka Vrindavan. Eagerness to hear about Krishna is the first qualification to enter Goloka Vrindavan. Therefore, this eagerness to advance in bhakti is very, very important. Rukmini Devi's eagerness is outstanding. See, for your information, Shishupal was also very, very handsome. Shishupal was also very strong. He was a great king. He had many, many people under him. All this was there. And when you can imagine, today is marriage. I would say tomorrow is marriage. And Krishna is not here. And everyone is talking about Shishupal. Shishupal has come. Shishupal's situation is so amazing and so humorous. Bichara sehra laga ke sab baith gaya. He's ready. He's ready in his dress of the bridegroom. He's very happy. Oh, I'm going to marry Rukmini. Because at that time, it is described, Rukmini was the most beautiful personality. And so many kings wanted Rukmini. And Shishupal is very happy. At that time, everyone is talking about Shishupal. And Rukmini, the brother of Rukmini, is convincing Rukmini that you should get married to him and glorifying Shishupal. Even at that time, hearing the description of Shishupal, Rukmini Devi, not even once she thought, not even once, even a slight thought she got that maybe I think of. Itna bhi diya. She was just thinking all the time and praying eternally and intensely that I want to marry only Krishna. Only Krishna. And look at the eagerness of Rukmini when she is walking towards the Girija temple on the day of marriage. It is described that her feet were walking towards Durga's temple. But Our meditation was all the time on the feet of the Supreme Personality of God. Again, let me tell you, she has not taken darshan of Krishna even once. But she is able to do smarana. She is able to meditate. She is able to remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the eagerness to hear about the Lord is very important. Just by hearing all these symptoms manifest one after another. And Rukmini Devi, when she's coming down from the temple after the worship, I'm just cutting short the pastime. When she's coming down from the temple and all the soldiers are standing there, more than a marriage ceremony, it was looking like the second Mahabharata war is going to begin. The only soldiers were there, relatives are less. And so many kings from all around the world were present in the marriage. And everyone were only with one goal, Krishna should kidnap Rukmini. Somehow everyone knew. Maybe the Paramatma and everyone aren't told, I'm going to come, I'm going to do this. They were all ready. And Rukmini, who has never taken darshan of Krishna, she looks up in that feminine shyness mode and she is glancing on various personalities. Is this person my Krishna? Is that person my Krishna? And whoever she was glancing on, that person was fainting. It is described Krishna didn't have much to do. Already she killed many of them. And as soon as she saw Krishna, without any second thought, she just ran towards Krishna. And it is described, Krishna was not giving a hand to her to come on the chariot. She was going on the chariot. And looking at her eagerness, Krishna pulls her on the chariot. अभी उन्होंने कभी कृष्णा को देखा नहीं था, but as soon as she saw Krishna, immediately she recognized he is my Lord. Eagerness. When we have eagerness to hear about the Lord, and eagerly we hear about the Lord, and meditate on the past, or hear about the pastimes, and the process of bhakti, and various devotees have rendered devotional service to Krishna, and have attained Krishna prema, we will also develop such eagerness to attain Krishna prema. So eagerness to hear, eagerness to do devotional service leads to the eagerness to attain or the desire to attain Krishna prema. Therefore, eagerness is very, very important. And how can eagerness of a devotee be judged? Obviously, we have to judge ourselves, not others. So eagerness of a devotee is reflected in the sincere endeavor to render devotional service. Eagerness is reflected in that. How sincere the devotee is in rendering devotional service. And that endeavor shows, this devotee is very eager. This Mataji, this Prabhu, they want to go back home back to glory. They want to attain Krishna prema. They want to attain Krishna's eternal service. Just by looking at the devotee's sincere endeavor to engage in devotional service, you will be able to make out, this devotee will go back home back to God for sure. Eagerness. And eagerness, as I already said, comes from eagerness to hear. Or let me put it in the other way. A, absorption. So F, faith. E, eagerness. A is absorption. So eagerness is based on our absorption. See, tell me, how much eager we are to get material things in this material world. So much eager we are. Say a newly married couple, you can just go back, rewind your past time that you did. Should I call it as past time or something else? So just rewind and go back and see. So when newly married couple, their meditation is so strong, so much eager. हाँ अभी घर में सोफा लाना है, सोफा का कलर ये कलर होना चाहिए, fridge, washing machine. At least I know because some of my boys are getting married. So much of eager, so much of absorption in meditation. मुझे घर लेना है, मुझे सबसे पहले तो फिर घर सजाना है, तो before marriage I want to finish up all this. And then ये लेना है, वो लेना, so much of eagerness. So materially, we have so much of eagerness to get things. Why? Because the absorption in that particular thing is very intense. So we are eager also to get that particular thing, and we end up getting it. Similarly, when our absorption is spiritual, when our absorption is Krishna conscious, at that time we will see we'll be eager, or we'll get that eagerness to attain Krishna prema. We'll get that greed to attain Krishna prema. Therefore, absorption in Navavida Bhakti is very, very important. And that absorption in Navavida Bhakti will lead to eagerness to attain Krishna prema. There's no other choice. There's no other choice. And Prahlad Maharaj is described as the most absorbed personality. See, in this world, people do Navagraha Shanti Puja. Have you heard this? Have you done this? No? Many times I've heard, when things are not well, then people say that Navagraha ki Shanti karani hai. Navagraha Puja should be done. And at the same time, the astrologers would also say that astrologer होंगे ना हाथ देख के कुंडली देख के that this graha has caught you. आप actually इस ग्रह से ग्रस्त हो इसलिए आपको ये पूजा करनी है on this particular day. Especially when Shani graha is catching someone, it's very difficult. For me, an astrologer had told my childhood, Shani graha ne grasa hai. And my mother would say, you fast on Shanivar, you'll be freed. So many times many things are told. And naturally, and by the way, it's a subtle science which all of us should know. See, our body is made of Pancha Mahabhuta, correct? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Mind, intelligence, possible, subtle sense. And for your information, the entire Brahmanda has got 7 coverings. 7? 8. 8 coverings are there. 7 coverings. And those 7 coverings are earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, possible. Now, the 7 coverings which are there, whatever happens in those 7 coverings, this body is also connected to that. Because this body is also made up of Panchamahabhuta, no? So subtly, this body is connected to those coverings, and anything that happens in the cosmos, we are affected. This is a science, very easy to understand also. But Prahlad Maharaj's description when it was given by Narada Muni is telling Krishna Maharaj, you know my disciple. Can you imagine how much proud the spiritual master feels when the disciple is advanced in Krishna consciousness? Just think about it. How much proud Srila Prabhupada would feel if all the devotees of Rajagopi circle becomes fixed up, pure devotees, surrendered devotees, ready to go back, home back to Godhead. And what if everyone goes back, home back to Godhead? Can you imagine how much proud Srila Prabhupada would feel? And this is actually one of the service that we have to do. We always give pain to them. Always. चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो. So nice, no? So that's such nice tune. I always feel so shamelessly we sing this. Yes. जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से. Last life also you gave me चक्षुदान. I didn't utilize, no problem. This life also you gave me. Hari Bo, Chakshudan dilo jay jump in ecstasy. Can you imagine our shameless situation? Spiritual master gave us Chakshudan in the previous life. We didn't utilize it properly. This life again he is giving. It's up to us now how we utilize. And it's described that spiritual master is very pleased. The devotee advances in Krishna consciousness. Our entire parampara will be very pleased when we go back home back to Godhead. Sometimes I think, in my wildest of dreams, if I go back home back to Godhead, maybe the parampara will be, yeah, he came back, my God. The most impossible task accomplished means everyone can come back home. Therefore, it's a very important thing that in our life as devotees, at least now, as sincere, serious devotees, our life should be for giving pleasure to the Guru Parampara. See, we are not ourselves now. We are the servants of the Parampara. And our job is to give them pleasure. If they are pleased, our life is successful. And one of the ways of pleasing them is advancing in Krishna consciousness. Becoming a pure devotee, becoming a surrendered devotee who is eager to go back home back to Godhead, to enter eternal service of Lord Shri Krishna. And Narada Muni was so pleased with Prahlad Maharaj, and so happily he is describing to Yudhishthira Maharaj, you know my disciple? He is Krishna Graha Grahit Atma. He is not Shani Graha Grasta. He is not Buddha Graha Grasta. He is Krishna Graha Grasta. It means what? He is all the time engrossed in doing devotional service. He knows no one else but only one personality, the blackish planet. That is Lord Shri Krishna. And you see the absorption of Prahlad Maharaj. His absorption was so great that even when so many dangerous situations he was put in, but his absorption and his eagerness, he was able to overcome all that without any much endeavor. You see, he didn't do any endeavor, he was just absorbed in his own meditation. He was absorbed in Naveda or specific Smarana. And he just got out of that situation. Therefore, absorption is something that's very, very important. And to get absorbed in one sadhana, uncompromising mode is the mandatory thing. We see in Srila Prabhupada's life, uncompromising mode even in the West. You will not hear Srila Prabhupada, okay, he didn't get prasadam to take, so he had some non-veg items. You will not hear all this. You will not hear that, okay, Srila Prabhupada didn't get opportunity or some place to offer bhoga, so he ate something which was not offered. No. Prabhupada writes in his diary that my situation is very pathetic, but still, the most solacing thing to me is not even a single day. Prabhupada is writing this when he was traveling from Pennsylvania to New York, and all those days when he was there in Dr. Mishra's ashram. During that time, the situation was not really great. It is described Prabhupada would go to a public place to take bath, some public toilets or whatever. And who was that in Pennsylvania? Gopal Agarwal taught Prabhupada how to put coin into that particular booth where he can go and take bath. He helped Prabhupada to understand all that. So in this situation also Prabhupada writes in his diary, the only solacing thing for me is, never was a day when I have not offered food to Krishna. Never was the day when I've skipped my chanting. Never was the day when I've skipped reading Chaitanya Charitamrita and translating Srimad Bhagavatam. This is our Prabhupada. Uncompromising mood. Uncompromising mood. He does not have a single penny. There was full chance of he going back to India. Even in that situation, he's having this. And it is described when he was in Jaladuta, just rewind a bit. When he was in Jaladuta, having 2 heart attacks, the only thing that Srila Prabhupada could do at that time was depend on a very, very important sweet. Taking a tangent. Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, his disciples were in Vrindavan, they were in Pogla ashram, the temple is getting constructed, Krishna Balaram temple is getting constructed. And the sweet shops. So they gave, looking at these white elephants, the foreign devotees, they gave a lot of Bengali sweets to them. Rasgulla, Sandesh and everything. And they all were there just outside. The road is there, just outside, near the road, and they were having those sweets. And Prabhupada's car passes by. Now just imagine, spiritual master's car is passing by and they have sweet in the mouth, one rasgulla here, another here, one in the mouth, one in the hand. And now when the car passed, they got goosebumps. And they couldn't do anything. The only solace they got was, oh, car has passed. But for their astonishment, car stopped and the car came back. And what happened, Prabhupada got, what is that? And the Prabhupada got the window down. He looked at outside from the window at the disciple, and the disciple are just stuck. Everything happened so fast that the disciples are not understanding what now. They cannot gulp the rasgulla which is there. They cannot throw the rasgulla which is there. It is difficult. And Prabhupada looked at them and he said, oh, Bengali sweets, very essential for life. Eat. And then all the disciples, Srila Prabhupada ki! So after some weeks, there was book distribution party. They were having all the books. Again, in some place like that. And they were having sweets also, Bengali sweets for distribution. So Prabhupada came there, to that particular place. And those devotees who were stuck with rasgullas on that day, they were present in that particular place. And those devotees removed Bengali sweets. And then one devotee, Prabhupada, Bengali sweets, very essential for life. And then Prabhupada lifted Chaitanya Charitamrita and he said, This is the real Bengali sweet. The real Bengali sweet. And this sweet Prabhupada was tasting every single day on Jalandhar. And Prabhupada writes in the Jalandhar diary that even in this precarious and critical condition of life, the only thing that has given me shelter is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Right? Uncompromising mood. Prabhupada celebrated Janmashtami on Jalandhar ship. Can you imagine that? And not just celebration, it was a normal celebration. He cooked nice items. He gave a class on Janmashtami. He distributed that prasad to everyone. A nice celebration, uncompromising. Therefore, our Acharya is setting an example. Come what may, our sadhana has to go uncompromising. I always tell this in my classes, all the ones I've heard often. Even if someone dies in the family or someone takes birth in the family, someone critical happens to our monetary status or to our health or to someone's health, doesn't matter. Human life is meant for uncompromising absorption in Krishna consciousness and not absorption in material life. Difficult, but not impossible. There are so many devotees. So many devotees were doing that. And I think Srila Prabhupada's disciples are the examples for the same. You take any disciple and you will find an example, uncompromising. This time when His Holiness Jayapadaka Maharaj came to Bangalore, I got very close association with Maharaj. And I was sitting very close because I was the MC there, Master of Ceremony, with the mic sitting very close to Maharaj. I was looking at his body. And the entire body is melted. Body is melted actually. And when I was putting the mic for Maharaj, so Maharaj hand touched me. It was so soft. So as if there are no bones in the body. I was looking at a video of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Almost his body, is gone completely. He lifts his hand with so much of endeavor. You should see him holding the Pancha Aarti when he's doing Mangala Aarti. Very difficult to hold, but still, he still does. Kadam Kanan Maharaj, before leaving his body, my God, I was so amazed with him. I was fortunate to get his darshan when I went to Vrindavan. Uncompromising, these personalities are uncompromising. They will go on and on and on because they have seen Srila Prabhupada uncompromising. And if we cannot become uncompromising after seeing these great personalities who are present on this planet, I think then we are not very intelligent. We are not very intelligent. Therefore, absorption comes when we have uncompromising mood of doing sadhana and seva. It has to go on and on and on. This is the lifeline of a devotee. Uncompromising sadhana is the lifeline of a devotee in this precarious situation of Kali Yuga. Or else very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. So absorption. So F, faith. Faith about Krishna will protect me. E, eagerness. Eagerness to attain Krishna prem, to advance in Krishna consciousness. A, absorption. Absorption in sadhana with an uncompromising mood. And finally, R, realization. See, what drives a devotee in Krishna consciousness is realizations. Those devotees who don't get realizations, they cannot continue practicing bhakti. And who don't get realizations? Who are not absorbed in sadhana, who are not eager to attain Krishna prem. They'll not get realization. At least if you don't have intense mood of doing sadhana or attaining Krishna, at least little mood should be there. Little sincerity should be there to get some realization. Anyone who has got little sincerity also in Krishna consciousness, that devotee will surely get good realizations. And those realizations will be the propelling factor or the driving factor for that devotee to advance in Krishna consciousness. And one of the very important realization is, please repeat. Durlabho manusho deho. Go manusho dehinam shanabhangura. tatrapi durlabham manye Vaikuntha Priyadarshanam. I did this one class for my youth counsellors, and I was asking them one question. The entire class was about this. That tell me some points that how fortunate you are. Let's do this activity for the next 5 minutes. So just tell me that why you feel you're fortunate. Raise your hand and you can speak. Yes. Why do you feel that you're fortunate? What is that? You got a human birth? You got a human birth? Yes. Association of devotees. You got association of devotees. You got association of Vaishnavas. Yes. Despite being fallen, you got opportunity to practice bhakti. You got love for Krishna. Give me some. Huh? Huh? Hari Bol, having prasadam. Actually, it's not ordinary to get prasad every day. We are fortunate to have prasadam every day. What else? Yes, bro. We are here in Ahavalam. Yes, we are fortunate. Yes, Nikhil bro. Hearing pastimes of the Lord. We have higher intelligence to understand about the Lord. Yes, Srila Prabhupada gave everything context. And preachers repeat that. Correct. Yes, we got various devotees to guide us in Krishna consciousness. We have got opportunity to be part of Guru Shishya Parampara. You think this is ordinary? To be a part of bona fide Sampradaya, it's not ordinary. It's very, very rare. We have got so many services. One devotee was telling Prabhuji, I'm not getting service. I said, are you in ISKCON? Are you in ISKCON or some other organization? How come we don't have service? We don't have dearth of service in ISKCON, yes? So many services, and that too, we can engage ourselves according to the propensities that we have from our past lives. Whatever skills and talents and vasanas we have, we can engage all that in service of Krishna. And Prabhupada said that you will not find any matha, any spiritual matha, any spiritual organization, you don't find services to engage all your propensities in Krishna's service. But Prabhupada made all that arrangement for us. What else? We get to know the value of life when we read and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Hitesh? Yes, we have got strength and we have got that realization. Yes, this is important and we are here. Mataji. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? This is such a very important realization and such an important way to understand how fortunate we are. We have got tongue. All of you have one? We have 2 ears. Everyone has? This is not ordinary. When we see people who are dumb and who are deaf and who are blind, you know what does that mean? They can never chant Hare Krishna. They can never hear Hare Krishna. They can never see the form of the Lord. They can never see the form. This is what it means. My God, how fortunate we are. You're telling something, Mataji? We are getting to know about Goloka Vrindavan. This is again not ordinary. We're getting to know about Goloka Vrindavan. The descriptions of that, Acharya has given an elaborate description. Sanatan Goswami in Brihad Bhagavatamrit, he writes the journey of Gopakumar from earth to Goloka Vrindavan. Our Acharyas can only do this. Someone here? We have got books. We have got books. And every single book by Srila Prabhupada is a treasure. Just by reading books of Srila Prabhupada, people have become devotees. Just by reading books of Srila Prabhupada. There are pastimes where people have just got one page of the book and they have read that and they become devotees. One line they have read and they have become devotees. And those books we have, and Prabhupada has put all his efforts to write those books. And those books are not ordinary. Not ordinary at all. At all. Yes. What else? Prabhu. Did you hear that? We are there in that Divya Yuga We are there in that Manuvantara, in that particular Divya Yuga, when Krishna appeared. Good. This is 28th Divya Yuga of 7th Manvantara going on, and Krishna appeared just 5,000 years back. And after Krishna appears, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in the same Divya Yuga. Just 500 years back he appeared. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, Senapati Bhakta of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. That is Srila Prabhupada 50 years back. And Srila Prabhupada's associates are also there, present now on this planet even today. In future, after 100 years, I don't know if we can comprehend, but surely 100 years down the line, people will be able to comprehend our fortune. What else? Huh? What is that? You getting the knowledge of? To break the cycle of birth and death, again, it's not ordinary. No one is telling you that eat this color chutney and wear this color socks to break the cycle of birth and death. You're getting the bona fide path to do that. It's not ordinary knowledge. And I think we can go on for another 2 hours discussing how fortunate we are. Okay, I want to say something. We are not born in Satyuga, we are born in Kali Yuga. Hip hip hooray! Haribol! Can you imagine? We are born in Kali Yuga. So great. Actually, we are lucky because the process is so simple and so sublime. Just chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Paramuraje, the person can go back, come back to Godhead. You're fortunate. You have something to say. What is that? Hare Bol. That girl is feeling she is fortunate. A loud applause for her, please. She's saying there's so many devotees to guide us. There's so many devotees to guide us, and I'm sure you might have realized this, and sometimes you might have got frustrated also. Why this devotee is pushing me so much? ठीक है पता है human form is rare, but why is pushing me so much? Literally, there are cases where people are annoyed of devotees and they've left the movement. I mean, they've come back, but still, means devotees take so much of effort to guide us step by step. Now we're chanting one round, Prabhuji increased it to 4. Mataji, don't do like this. No, you should cook like this and offer it like this. And still 4 rounds? And increase, Baba, 8 rounds? And after a few months, few weeks, अरे बच्चे हो गया 8 rounds, 16 rounds करो. Still not having prasad every day. You didn't do altar installation? See, it's all the mercy of devotees that today, if you're advancing in bhakti, it's their mercy. And I always say this, and I have firm conviction in this fact, that today, if we are there in bhakti, if you're advancing in bhakti, if you're feeling fortunate in bhakti, it's because there are many, many devotees praying for us every single day. And this is the fact. There cannot be any devotee practicing bhakti and for whom no one is praying. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. Not possible. Not possible at all. Because someone is praying for us, we are able to continue practicing devotional service. This is our fortune. And this realization is very, very important to get that fire, to become absorbed uncompromisingly in one sadhana, which will lead to eagerness to develop that greed, that eagerness to attain Krishna Prem. And when that eagerness is there, absorption is there, and our uncompromising sadhana is surely there, and we are fully realized about how fortunate I am, that faith will naturally come. Krishna is there. He will protect. He will surely protect. बाकी लोगों को टेंशन लेने दो. Krishna will protect. This is called as using fear to become fearless. F.E.A.R. Faith, eagerness, absorption, and realization. Thank you very much. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.